everyone will be alright. If I'm not right,
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Filmbox Podcast. It's a very special episode, and it's been a while since we've been around. So thank you. We are still alive. We're just been writing a lot instead of talking a lot. We're doing a lot of things, just in a different way. I'm your host, Aaron Souza, and joined with me today are two dudes who love movies and are ready for the Oscars. That's right, we're talking about the Oscars today. I'm joined by Connor Jameson and Sam Majewski.
Morning, sunshines.
Boy, it is almost Oscar time. The nominees just got announced, and we've been away a while, so we figured what better a way to come back than to have a little Oscar chat, have a little nominee chat, you know? Mm-hmm. Just a little informal episode, but, you know, see how it goes.
We're going to see where this stream takes us.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, last week, the nominees were officially announced for every category for this year's Academy Awards, which takes place in March, I believe. It's like March 23rd or something, 13th. I could be way off.
March 12th.
March 12th. Son of a bitch.
So close.
I was so close.
Sister's birthday.
Oh. Well, anyways, yeah, so we're going to talk about it a little bit. And give our reactions to some of this stuff. But yeah, without further ado, Connor, do you want to kick off our conversation here?
Sure. So we're going to talk about the categories in the order that the Oscars website presents it to us. Mm-hmm. So first thing was...
kicking it off in a big way.
Oh, you want to talk about leading off with a grand slam. Not even possible in baseball, but the best actor in a leading role. Our nominees were Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for Aftersun, and Bill Nighy for Living. Powerhouses.
Yeah, I think everyone knew four of them. It was really just a toss-up who was going to get that last nomination.
Mm-hmm. I agree completely. Paul, I love you. I think the nomination is the award itself.
Well, so when I wrote before the Oscars came out, the Oscars came out, yeah. Before the nominations were released, I wrote an article on our website, filmboxreviews.com, just giving my predictions. And for this section, this Best Actor section, I did predict the four, and I did, in fact, mention in my analysis that I would not be surprised if Paul Mescal got a nomination.
Yeah.
However, I did not predict it because I was really hoping for one of Adam Sandler or Gabriel LaBelle to get a nom. Just more of like a personal hope. But I did mention that I would not have been surprised if Mescal got it. So I feel like I nailed this category.
I'm kind of surprised LaBelle didn't get the look. I feel like The Fabelmans was, like, when it came to the Golden Globes, which I wrote an article about at thefilmboxreviews.com.
Yes, you did.
Every award, it felt like it was coming down to Banshees, The Whale, or not The Whale, Banshees, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, or The Fabelmans.
Pretty much.
So I'm surprised that he didn't get the look here. There's another one that we'll talk about shortly. I'm surprised he didn't get the look from The Fabelmans, but I mean, this is just this is such a strong nominee list.
Yeah.
I do kind of wonder. I do have a special project I'm not going to tease coming out hopefully soon, but Brendan Fraser and Bill Nighy were in very, very similar movies, both about people who know they're going to die and trying to do something with their time left. I kind of wonder if that might they might split each other's votes. Kind of like if you have two MVP candidates on your same team, they can kind of split the votes sometimes, and next thing you know, Austin Butler is winning.
Oh God, I swear to God, man, if Austin Butler wins, I will riot. Not that his performance wasn't good, but we got to stop with the biopic stuff.
We'll get to that.
Ugh. Yeah, we will.
So, who do we think was gonna win?
All right. Well, I mean, it's Brendan Fraser. I don't know what else you want to say.
I would agree. Sam?
Well, I mean, I want Colin Farrell to win, but I think Brendan Fraser's going to win.
I will say Colin Farrell is probably my second choice. Like, if The Whale hadn't come out this year, it would be Colin Farrell. That movie was strange. Banshees is a strange movie, but it's
just
so
guys being dudes.
Literally, it's just about guys being dudes.
You know what's funny too, because that also has the same structure as the same theme as The Whale and Living.
It does, doesn't it?
Just I'm going to die. Let me do something first.
Yeah, it's like, but like how real his performance was in that movie. Like, I did not feel like I was watching a movie. I felt like I was just. It's like, oh yeah, this is how it is in this island in fucking Scotland. Yeah. Yeah.
So
no.
Vegas agrees. Brendan Fraser. 'Cause I did find betting odds. Brendan Fraser is as of the 24th. He is the odds-on favorite. Followed by Austin Butler.
Yeah.
He's a plus 200. Colin Farrell is a plus 250. And then Bill Nye is plus 2,000. Paul Mescal is plus 3,300. So it's going to be one of those three.
Yeah, I think it initially was a two-person race between Fraser and Farrell, and then like Butler's Golden Globes win out of nowhere. Gave him better odds.
Golden Globes, they just I don't know. Or I guess I don't like that they split it up into two.
Yeah.
So it's like you have the best performance for drama or best performance for musical comedy. Like the big three of movie genres. Mm-hmm. And Butler won it for drama.
Which is like the big category, I guess.
Beating out Fraser, Hugh Jackman, Bill Nighy, and Jeremy Pope. So,
yeah.
I mean, he was really good in Elvis. I watched it yesterday. I had thoughts about it that he kind of made me change, so.
Yeah. Just the movie sucks.
Yeah.
The movie is not ideal. But, yeah. No, I think... I do believe that with Fraser's Critics' Choice Award win, like, he is on the front track to win this award. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, these awards are very, I don't know the proper word, but they're very indicative of other awards.
Yeah, they are.
All right. So.
All right, moving on to the next. Actually, before we do that, let's talk about our when we did our Filmbox Awards.
Yes.
What did we choose for our best actor?
So our best actor noms were,
Oh boy,
we had Brendan Fraser,
yep.
Tom Cruise,
Oof.
Adam Sandler, Colin Farrell, Austin Butler. We had the big three.
Big three, but we missed Bill Nighy, and we were not even anywhere close with Paul Mescal.
Yeah, I kind of that's on me. I was the one who saw After Sun. I probably should have campaigned a bit harder for him.
Yeah, well,
but I mean, I think we got a bit too into Tom Cruise and Adam Sandler, just based on how enjoyable their movies were.
Yeah,
compared to like, I don't know, the Oscar quality of good.
All right. Let's look at the next category.
Yes. So congrats to Brendan Fraser.
Hopefully.
Actor in a supporting role. Our nominees were Brendan Gleeson for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry from Causeway, Judd Hirsch from The Fabelmans, Barry Keoghan, I think that's how you say it, Banshees of Inisherin, and Ke Huy Quan from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'm so mad, dude.
Speak to it.
So mad.
Preach, brother.
I wrote this article and absolutely sniped Brian Tyree Henry for a nom. Knew it, had a feeling, called it, nailed it.
Babe Ruth
pointing. And then they gave it to Judd Hirsch for Fabelmans and not Paul Dano.
Thank you.
Dude, no.
I understand that Judd Hirsch, his character was like, oh, no, your father, he's like the science one, but you have to be the artsy one. That's fine. It's very crucial to the plot. Paul Dano is in every other fucking scene, and he is eating it.
Yeah, that movie is 2.5 hours long. Judd Hirsch is in 10 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Paul Dano is just as good as Judd Hirsch, and he's in all of it. He's in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they gave it to Hirsch over Paul Dano. If they had just chosen the right Fabelmans actor, I get this category 100% right, and I'm so happy about it.
I feel like this is such another strong one. Because I saw Causeway late, and I did love Henry in it. He was really good. I feel like this might not be close.
No, it's not. It's Ke Huy Quan. I mean,
yeah,
it is. He's won every award so far. It's not gonna change.
Which I don't mean this how it sounds.
Oh god,
it sucks for everyone else because like Barry Keoghan steals every scene he's in Banshees.
Yeah.
We talked about Judd Hirsch. Brendan Gleeson, he literally is carrying half the movie.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't get in for. They didn't push him for lead actor.
I guess they could have, but
yeah.
I feel like when you had that performance by Key, it was just game over.
Yeah.
Like, not to jump the gun, but he is at a minus 1,000. Like, you don't even bet on that. You just like, all right, maybe. I don't know.
So, seeing as how he's the odds-on favorite, I think everyone knows that the award's going to go to Judd Hirsch.
Yes, his 10 minutes of fame.
If he won for 10 minutes of screen time over all of these, literally every single person has better claim than him to this award.
Yeah, he wasn't the best supporting actor in his own movie.
No.
Aaron, you really don't like him, do you? Huh?
I'm just upset because of how good Paul Dano was. Like, look, all right, I will admit, Hirsch, fantastic. His role was really, really good. Like, it was like,
he was a
pretty
catalyst.
much stole the show. But he was only in it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, he had 3 scenes in the whole movie. And that was it. And he was gone and never heard from again. Mm-hmm. So it's like, how can you give that to him, but not the guy who has the entire movie worth of development and emotion and life? And like, Paul Dano, literally, his life goes all over the place in this movie. Mm-hmm. It's literally like a secondary movie from the main idea of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, because the movie is basically like, here's this kid who loves filmmaking, but he's just like, he is wherever his dad goes.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, I guess the rest of the odds, Keys minus with that, he has an implied probability of 90% of winning, which...
Jesus.
Yeah. not even close. Followed by Gleason at plus 550, and then Barry Keoghan's plus 1,000, Brian Tyree Henry's plus 1,400, and Judd Hirsch is plus 2,000.
Yeah. No. Yeah. If I had to vote, it'd be for Key. I think that's where we're all standing, right?
Yep. Got it from me.
Yep.
All right. This one should be fun.
Lead.
Yes, actress in a leading role. Our nominees were Cate Blanchett from Tar, Ana de Armas from Blonde, Andrea Riseborough from To Leslie, Michelle Williams from The Fabelmans, Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Good year for Michelle's.
Did you guys also see Blonde?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Biggest
It
disappointment.
it was in our list of movies as biggest disappointment. And like that movie was awful.
Terrible.
Awful. But I wrote this in my analysis when I was predicting, because I did predict she would get a nomination. One, I don't think she deserves it.
No.
But also, like, the Academy just has this like boner for biopics and acting in biopics. Every year, biopic actors get nominated. Mm-hmm. Every year. And I knew this would be no different. And we got 2 in this category. We got Tar, Cate Blanchett for Tar, and we got Ana de Armas for Blonde.
The difference is Cate Blanchett was good in her movie.
Yeah.
So, because, Elvis, Austin Butler was also nominated for his, I would say, I wasn't a huge fan of Elvis the first time I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I wanted to see it again is because Austin Butler was phenomenal in that role. Mm-hmm. I saw Blonde, didn't like it at all. haven't touched it since, because Ana de Armas did not really elevate the movie at all.
No.
I feel like you got to do something. If you're in a if you're in a bad movie, that's fine. Bad movies exist. If you can elevate it from, like, even just to being watchable, that is a good thing as an actor or actress, and I don't think she did that. And I hate saying it because I love Ana de Armas, but it just... I wrote down there's a handful of people it could have been. Like, you could have given it to Jennifer Lawrence,
which is what I predicted.
You could have
I was predicting her to get a nom.
You could have given it to Viola Davis for The Woman King, or Daniel.
Also a movie I haven't seen and I won't watch.
There's a lot of controversy behind that one. I don't blame you. Daniel Deadweiler for Till.
I do need to see that.
Yeah. And then if the Academies wanted to get off their high horse and accept horror movies as a legit genre.
Oh, I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
Keke Palmer ate in Nope. Maya Goth, phenomenal in Pearl.
I almost predicted Keke Palmer, but I was, as I was writing, I was like, they're not going to give it to
You got to
horror.
remember who we're talking about.
Yeah, they're not going to do it. Like, Maya Goth deserved. We had her in our Best Actress lineup.
Yeah, I stood on my table. She won because, partly because she was phenomenal, but secondly because we knew she would not get love from any other award.
Yeah. Yeah. So who did we nominate for actress in our awards? The more prestigious of the awards, I would say.
We picked Maya Goth. We picked Maya Goth, but we had Jennifer Lawrence. If you remember, we also did it based off like everyone's
their whole body of
year.
work. Yeah.
So we had Anya Taylor-Joy for The Menu, Northman, and Amsterdam. Maya Goth, of course. Michelle Yeoh for Everything. And Margot Robbie. Another snub that I didn't list from Babylon.
Yeah.
And Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Egg on our face. We had Cate Blanchett in our honorable
mentions.
I
mean, look. We can talk about it when we get to Best Picture noms, but I mean,
I'll say,
yes, deserving. She's going to win this award, but
I'll say this: Tar is not a movie meant to be enjoyed by the average movie fan. That's the best way I could put it.
Tar is not a movie meant to be enjoyed.
Like, it's an interesting plot about like Lydia Tar,
Yeah.
but it takes that movie's 2.5 hours. It takes so long to understand why it's happening, and then like too many movies were over 2.5 hours this year.
Yeah.
I noticed that because I can't sit still for 5 minutes. Like, even in this recording, I've been shifting all over.
Yeah.
These movies, I like make it an hour in. I'm like, I gotta do something else real quick.
Gotta take a break.
Yeah.
It's like intermission. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, Tar was. Yeah, I have thoughts about Tar. I'll get to it.
Yeah. Another surprise pick, I would say. Andrea Riseborough
Yeah,
from To
a bit
Leslie.
controversial.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you guys had heard about that.
Yeah.
That movie, micro indie. Like, I think it grossed like $27,000.
Oh Jesus.
Like, it should not have been on anyone's radar.
Yeah,
Like,
I was wondering why I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, like I was reading. I don't think they had the money to campaign for like an Oscar bid.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason that they got it was because it was like word of mouth from like other A-listers. Like, I think Kate Winslet was brought up, and they were saying how like they had viewings of To Leslie where they had like friends who were voters just to put it on their radar.
Huh.
Nothing like that breaks any rules per se, but it was just something that is a little sketchy.
Controversial, right? It's like pushing. Yeah, that would be like that'd be like in the NBA if like Jason Tatum was campaigning for MVP and he just brought a bunch of the voters into his house and sat him down. It's like, hey, look at my highlights.
Yeah. Well, no, it would be more like if, oh God, who's someone obscure? It would be like if Aaron Gordon was like, listen, since I came to Denver, look at this. Look at these screens I'm setting. These should be All-Star votes.
Yeah.
But I will say I am glad she got the nominee because that movie was really good.
You saw it?
I did see it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I do think this comes down to Cate Blanchett.
Yeah. Not even anyone else. It's just Cate Blanchett.
I mean, Michelle Yeoh, I'm sorry. I do think that Kate was on that was her movie to just dominate.
Yeah.
Odds supported it. She's a -161, followed by Michelle Yeoh at +110, and then everyone else is +14 or higher. So one of those two, probably Kate.
All right, actress in a supporting role. Are we all in agreement, by the way, for Kate? Sam, are you in agreement? Yeah. All right.
So best supporting actress: Angela Bassett from Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow from The Whale, Carrie Condon from Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Stephanie Sue from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Another one that I almost got completely right. I knew going in. Well, I knew Angela Bassett was going to get it. I knew Carrie Condon was going to get it. Hong Chow was a bit more of a wild card because she didn't get nominated for Golden Globes, I believe. I think
I could look that up if you want to keep talking. She did not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that was a little bit more, but I did predict it because she was phenomenal in that movie. And Stephanie Sue was another one who had been like snubbed for the Golden Globes. She got a Critics' Choice nom, so I was like, you know what, she's probably gonna get it. I, honest to God, thought that they would only give it to one of Curtis or Sue.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think they were gonna go for both. They did go for both. But if they didn't, I was really hoping they would give it to Janelle Monáe for Glass Onion, because she was really good in like the dual character role, which has been a thing this year. A lot of dual character roles.
Can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Literally,
fair.
like every
That's
character
heavy.
in that movie was like three
two
different
people.
characters.
Yeah.
And also, technically, Maya Goth was multiple characters
That is true as well.
in like in 2 different movies this year, all in the same universe. But yeah, I mean, no real surprises. The one thing, this is like a really wide open category, though.
Yeah. Sam, did you see Black Panther? Or was
Yeah, I
that
did.
you, Aaron?
No, I watched that too.
How was Angela Bassett? Because I love her and pretty much
Yeah,
everything
she was
does.
pretty
I
good. Yeah,
just haven't seen it yet.
and I think honestly, out of the ones here, she was probably the best one. But yeah, so
Yeah. I predicted that she would win. I do think that any of them could win, except for Jamie Lee Curtis. I really don't think that she'd win over any of these other ones.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean,
but-
Bassett did win the Golden Globe for supporting.
Yeah. So that's who I predicted to win because she won the Golden Globe. Otherwise, I don't think. Yeah, I mean that's just who I'm rolling with. But any of these could win in all reality.
Yeah, so Bassett's the favorite, minus 227. Then Carrie Condon, which
Oh wow.
she was the only one in that movie who was like thinking logically. So
Yeah.
so I'm glad she's she's not the favorite, but she is up there. Because then Jamie Lee Curtis plus 900, Stephanie Sue plus 1400, and Hong Chow plus 1600.
Wow, I'm actually surprised because Hong Chow, I would vote for her. She was phenomenal in The
I
Whale.
thought she was easily. I think it's hard to be on Brendan Fraser's level in that movie. She was a very high second tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's here. She's like right there. Everyone else is kind of. I'm surprised she's
Everyone else, the other 3 characters.
the
in
other
that
3
movie.
characters we see. No, that one pizza guy.
Oh man,
Stunk.
stole the show. Give him a best.
Stunk.
For giving Judd Hirsch best actor noms, give him the best actor nom.
Yeah. So I think Angela Bassett. Sorry. Easy. No.
Yep.
Animated feature film.
Who boy?
I have some thoughts on this.
Go ahead. We gotta read.
We
them
have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red.
So, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is going to win. Let's just get that right off the bat.
It probably wins.
Wait,
It's
Disney,
going to
you
win.
said Disney's
It's-
Pinocchio, right?
Yeah, Disney's Pinocchio. They had to just slap the. It's that with a mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when
Just so
when
they
it
can sneak
wins,
into the door.
when that movie wins and Tom Hanks goes to accept the award, I'll be I will be a little upset. No, I haven't seen Marcel.
Oh, dude, that
So-
movie is so. I think that movie is so good because it is like, it's kind of like the inverse of Disney's Pinocchio, where, Tom Hanks is just like a real man in a cartoon world.
Yeah,
It's like the stop motion shell in like the human world.
yeah.
Jenny Slate voices Marcel. She's too good. Like legitimately, she's too good. It made me cry.
Really interesting.
Oh yeah.
I'm just surprised it got a nomination because of how like strict the Oscars have been historically on films that use live action, animated films that use live action. 'Cause they didn't give Lego Movie a nomination when it was up because of the fact of that final like few minutes where it had the live action stuff. They're like, no, this doesn't count. So it was kind of surprising that they gave it to Marcel.
Yeah, well, maybe they got their head out of their ass. Puss in Boots 2. That movie is also phenomenal.
Yeah, Noah wrote a review on our website about it.
Yes.
I have not seen it, but after reading the review and seeing like snippets of the film, I understand why. Like, first off, the art style really cool. It's very much like Into the Spider-Verse.
It tickles that little bit of the brain.
It tickles the little Spider-Verse that we have in all of us.
Oh yeah.
Turning Red, bleh.
It's there.
I
We're
didn't
there.
really like it. It was okay. I didn't like the end because it just like it was just not.
I want to say though, I think. Okay, we almost nailed it.
I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. And we nominated it. I have been campaigning for the Sea Beast. I am so glad it got a nomination because there are other movies that could have been put in here.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. The Sea Beast
Boy.
is very deserving. Yeah, it's just flowing out of me. The Sea Beast is
The
emerging.
Sea Beast is coming out of you.
Yeah. If I didn't write for this category, but if I did, I would have predicted the Sea Beast, so I'm very glad that it did get a nom.
Mm-hmm. No odds with these, but I would assume those top three, Pinocchio, Marcel, and Puss, I would have to assume that they are high up there.
Yeah. All right, so let's cherry pick some other categories. Now that we've got some of the main ones, we do have to get still to Best Picture, but let's
Cinematography.
we don't have to talk about costume design.
Cinematography. There's some candidates. I don't know how.
Wow.
I don't know how to judge cinematography. Like they all look good. They're all professional.
They're all movies.
That is a fact. Some better than others. Costume design.
It's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. I did watch that one. Cutest movie I think I saw this year. Just
interesting.
Could not stop smiling. If there was an award for most smiles on Connor's face, right there.
Yeah, that's an official award. Director, we should probably talk about.
Yes, I think we do have odds on that.
All right. So for directing, we've got Martin McDonagh for the Banshees. I can do this one.
Yep.
Martin McDonagh for the Banshees of Inisherin. Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans. Todd Field for Tar. Ruben Östlund, or Östlund, I believe it's Östlund, technically. Yeah, Östlund for Triangle of Sadness.
I guess because this is the first time it's popping up, I did not like Triangle of Sadness
Really?
that much. There was no subtlety to it. It's a movie about like rich people getting fucked over, which
Interesting.
hand up, love that. Wish it were real. But but it like takes a hammer and it's like, hey, rich people bad, poor people good.
This is a 3-horse race again. Look, all right, Triangle of Sadness, good for you for getting a nom. You're not going to win. Tar, how did you get a nom?
I like Tar. Tar is literally, I think it only should have been up for Best Actress. I say that I can't name a big snub going by like Oscar standpoint because
so
obviously I would have picked Jordan Peele.
Damien Chazelle could have gotten it. Just, I mean, I haven't seen Babylon, But from what I've read from Sam, what you've told me, that movie is like all over the place. And the directing to be able to keep that all in line is impressive. I also would have given it to Ryan Johnson. I predicted Ryan Johnson to get a nom for Glass Onion because of how good that movie is and how hard it is to make a genuine mystery movie even once. Not let alone to do it twice, where like the mystery actually doesn't get given away like 2 minutes into the movie. And there are clues throughout the movie that are built into the cinematography, to the setting, the staging, like the directing. You have to be on point for all of that. So I thought he deserved it. He was pretty far low on the odds though.
Mm-hmm.
So
speaking of Chazelle, I had a thought and that brought it back up. Going back to Tar. Tar is just Whiplash from the other point of view. I will not elaborate.
All right.
Yeah.
That said, Spielberg was going to get a nom every day of the week. He literally directed a movie about movies. Yeah, when you look up Best Director, the picture is Steven Spielberg on Wikipedia for the Wiki page.
Yeah, he got the Golden Globe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another name. I'm surprised Baz Luhrmann didn't get the look, because I didn't think Elvis was good per se, but the style was definitely more interesting than these bottom two.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Daniels, they're favorites to win this.
Interesting.
Only slightly though. Spielberg close second. So the implied probability, Daniels they're at 58%. Spielberg's at 47%. So
Wow.
I think that's as close to a toss up as I've seen on here. Martin McDonagh is a plus 1200.
Wow, that is interesting. I voted, or I predicted Spielberg to win. I'm going to stick by that vote. So that's my vote for this.
If you're building a parlay in one of the 5 states where you can bet on Oscars, I would take Spielberg.
Yep.
All right. Moving on. Any other categories that we want to get to before we get to the big one?
Documentary, didn't watch any.
Film editing, yeah, I can't talk about film editing. We are not that into movies.
No. Again, I will say it's maybe Elvis or Everything, just because they did do some pretty unique things.
Mm-hmm.
International film.
I can't speak on it because I haven't seen all of them, even like anywhere close.
Argentina won the Golden Globe. However, we will get to it later. I do think All Quiet might win this one.
Yeah. Although I've heard that it's disappointing that Decision to Leave didn't make the nominees, but
Decision to
again,
Leave, RRR.
Well, RRR couldn't because it wasn't chosen by India to represent India.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
So I don't know. They chose a different film, I guess.
So good, so fun.
So the only way it could have gotten a nom was for Best Picture.
Yeah. Damn.
Makeup, hairstyling.
Maybe Elvis. Probably The Whale.
Yeah.
I want Batman to win something, just because I think it'll piss a bunch of people off.
Yeah.
And those are the people I like seeing pissed off. Score. Babylon. I think that's who we picked. So
yeah.
I'm surprised Batman wasn't a nominee for this.
Same. Everything with it. But especially because like All Quiet, it's not like a very
Well, even Everything Everywhere. Like I didn't really, the music in there wasn't. I didn't really. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like All Quiet, I just felt like the music didn't match the mood at all.
Interesting.
Best song,
This is where Natu Natu from RRR
Yeah,
will
Natu
probably
will
win.
Should win. Hold My Hand. Not the best song from that movie.
Oof.
Yeah, that's about it. I know people were upset Taylor Swift didn't get the nom for whatever her song was from Crawdads.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh well. Whoops.
All right.
Any
what
other
we've-
ones before? Are there any other after? Production design. Nope. Don't know. Don't care. Probably Avatar or
Hopefully
Babylon.
Avatar. Short film. Don't watch that.
Sound. I mean, it's a war movie. Should probably win that. Or Top Gun Maverick. I could see Top Gun Maverick winning
Yeah.
that too.
Give me the Batman again. I just want people to be upset.
Visual effects will be Avatar. That movie is
Should
all
be.
CG.
Yeah, it should be.
Not
Yeah.
even close.
Writing, adapted screenplay. This is where I think Glass Onion should win. I wouldn't be surprised if something else won, but Glass Onion should win.
Yeah. I mean, I could see women talking.
Oh God! Don't even get me started on women talking. We're gonna talk about it in a second, so let's just roll on into it.
The last one is original screenplay.
This one's good. This one could be
everything.
tough. It's either gonna be Everything or Banshees or Fablemans.
Fablemans. I feel like these are the three that just pop up every category.
Well, because they're all so unique.
Yeah. Was there a Golden Globe? Oh, I mean, Martin McDonagh did win it.
Best screenplay.
At the Golden Globes, beating out
Yeah.
Spielberg and the Daniels. So
Who knows?
who knows? But
The big one. Here
the
we
big
go.
Kahuna. If I can scroll, will it fit all on one screen? If I accept cookies, it will.
Yep.
So, Best Picture. Nominees were All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Woman Talking.
Oh boy. So, in my predictions, I got Banshees, Everything, Fablemans. I got Top Gun Maverick. And I got All Quiet on the Western Front. So I got half of these. I only predicted 8 instead of 10. Mm-hmm. I think historically, is this the most nominees we've seen?
That is
Because
a
I
great
thought historically
question.
we'd had like they were around like 7 to 8. But let's see. I mean I could be totally wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's a much better way to do this, but I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 last year.
Maybe. I mean, it's continuously gone up. So maybe
there are just a lot of good movies. Yeah, I guess 2021 there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, so I went with 8. Because that's, I mean, it just seems like they're continuously going up. The way my analysis in the Best Picture nominees was correct. So I predicted some of the main ones I got right. There's always at least one under the radar, like not many people have heard about it nominee. Every year, there's always one. I thought it was going to be After Sun or Living.
Yep.
Which I actually gave them both nominees. It ended up being Triangle of Sadness. So I was right in that. And then also, there is always, every year, there's an Oscar bait film. Every year, it's the film that's the most controversial. Oh, no. See, for me...
Oscar bait, though.
Oscar bait, women talking. Most controversial, historical, has to do with some serious issues released less than a month before the Oscar nominees came out. It's women talking.
I mean, I feel like Tar is, though, exactly the definition of Oscar bait. It is.
I mean,
a
maybe
movie that
they
is
both
not-
are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why are we arguing
Yeah.
If they when they both can be, but those movies both felt, or I haven't seen Woman Talking, but Tar is, like I said, it's just not enjoyable if you're not super into movies.
Yeah. Yeah, I did try to watch Tar. I had to stop after 40 minutes because I was bored out of my mind. And I've never had the urge to pick it up ever again.
Yeah,
So
it's literally just like this composer who did some dark shit to get to her spot.
yeah. Well, after the 20-minute monologue in a
Yeah.
not monologue, but the 20-minute dialogue scene in a
Of them
in a
just, like,
diner.
Well, that and the New Yorker interview.
Oh yeah, the New Yorker interview. Yeah, literally the first 40 minutes of that movie was an interview that
Stroking
lasted
itself
too
off.
long. Yeah, an interview that lasted way too long that led directly into a conversation at a diner or a restaurant that lasted way too long. I was like, this is stupid, and I turned it off. So I have thoughts about Tar. I also didn't include Elvis because I didn't think the movie was good enough to get Best Picture. I knew it was going to be nominated, but I didn't include it because I didn't want to.
I also don't want it to. I feel like it's kind of, the movie just wasn't good enough on its own. I feel like, considering like some snubs you had, like After Sun, The Whale, Babylon.
Yep.
I just felt like you could have.
Even Glass Onion. I mean, that movie was so good. You could have given it a nom.
Yeah, it just felt like you didn't need to put it in. Austin Butler got his nom for Best Actor. You gave it noms for a lot of like music or score and costume and makeup. I feel like Best Picture is not in its league.
Especially when you have acting in it that is so critically panned. Like,
Yeah,
everyone
Hanks
agreed
is the
that Tom
Penguin.
Hanks was bad.
He's
in
literally
that
the
movie.
Penguin.
You know, how can you give a movie like you're saying that movie is one of the best 10 movies of this year, yet there is a performance in it that is so widely despised that people don't want to watch it. So, yeah. I did miss Avatar. I just wasn't thinking about it when I wrote the article, so that was a pretty big miss for me. I thought Living was going to get some more love than it did, and I also thought Glass Onion was going to get some more love. They did not.
I fucking I'm gonna keep saying it. I wish Nope got.
Yeah,
Got
I almost included it, but again, I was like, it's horror.
You
No,
gotta
there's
know.
no way.
Yeah, it's too lowbrow of them.
Yeah. So
It
I
was-
easily could have made my list 10 films if I had included Tar and Elvis, but I didn't want to.
All Quiet, that I brought it up. I think that's why it's gonna win the best international. It being the only one that also made Best Picture.
It would make sense.
Even if it doesn't win, it probably won't win Best Picture, but I do think that they thought of it that highly.
All
I
that said,
Before we get into like the odds, I saw a lot of pushback on Top Gun Maverick on Twitter.
really,
Yeah, people were like that movie should not have been considered for, like, or they were surprised about it. Really?
I mean, it's good. It's real good.
I feel like that was, compared to something like The Fabelmans or Tar or Banshees, it is significantly less sophisticated.
Yeah.
Dare I say, way more fun to watch. I don't know if this was like a little treat. Like, I don't think it's gonna win Best Picture by any means, but I don't know if it's like, yeah, no, we consider movies that, are just enjoyable as well.
That all being said, let's vote on who we think is going to win Best Picture. Connor, why don't you give us your vote?
It'll probably be everything, everywhere. I personally, it would like the Fablemans, I would say.
Okay. Sam, what do you think?
It took the words right out of my mouth.
I believe it will be everything, and I want it to be everything because that movie was so good. I would not be surprised if Banshees won out of nowhere, though.
So, everything, it is the favorite. 62% probability.
God, that movie was so good.
It
man.
was. I mean, it's getting a second release because of like, it's literally like, hey guys, in case you missed it,
Yeah, go watch it.
we'll give you another chance.
Yeah.
Banshees was number 2. 30%. Guess who was third?
Tar.
No, Top Gun Maverick.
No, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it was a plus 1,000. So Vegas thinks it's either everything or Banshees.
Yeah, I figure. I mean, Fableman's, I wouldn't be surprised, but
Fablemans was 4 at plus 1,100.
interesting.
And then, if you thought that drop off from Banshees to Top Gun was bad, All Quiet is a 3,500 with same as Tar.
Nice.
Then Women Talking at a plus 6,500. Followed by Avatar, which I think is a bit too low, at 8,000.
Whew.
And then Elvis and Triangle of Sadness did not even crack a 1% chance.
Jesus.
They're at 0.99.
So we all know it's going to be Women Talking.
Yeah, it's Elvis.
word.
So congrats.
It's congrats Triangle of Sadness for being the best movie of the year. Oh boy.
Would not. I'd turn my TV off. It's probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't watched the Oscars ever, so I don't know how they normally go through this. But if it's not,
Oh,
the
Best
last
Picture is always the last one.
Okay, well, I guess that's when I would turn my TV off normally.
Like, oh, just so stupid. I'm not going to watch the rest of it.
I'm not gonna watch The Neighbor next. I don't even know.
Oh boy, I think that's gonna just about do it for this episode. Oh Lord. Well, thank you for joining us on this fantastic little look into the Oscar noms. Actually, went a bit longer than I thought we'd spend analyzing, but yeah, if you like this episode, be prepared for a more similar type of stuff. Instead of what we've been doing with the other movie
deep
reviews
dives.
on top of movie reviews on top of movie reviews, we want to be able to use this audio platform, the audio format, to be able to have deeper, in-depth discussions about various things going on in the film industry, or something like this where, okay, Oscar nominees came out, we got to talk about it because this is hard to write in just an article, all of our thoughts. That's
We don't want
stuff.
Aaron to just have all the fun writing about the Oscars.
Well, right, yeah, so yeah, just be on the lookout for that. It'll probably be a little less frequent, but as things come up, we'll use this to also give us another format to hear our voices and our opinions and that kind of stuff. With that said, you can see us very frequently writing movie reviews on the filmboxreviews.com, which is our brand new website. It's great. We've been writing a lot. There's a lot to read. A lot of stuff that came out in the last 6 months are on there. So please go check it out. Most recently, by the time this comes out, our most recent reviews will be for You People, Triangle of Sadness, A Man Called Otto, and House Party.
More on the way.
And we have plans to get to every film this year between the four of us who are writing. So we shall see, but we're actually doing really good so far. So, but yeah, with all that said, thank you so much for listening. This has been the Filmbox Podcast, and we will see you next time.
Call me, 'cause I'm living life in airplane just wanna play, unplug for the day.